Welcome back to the Business Leaders of America podcast, where business leaders come to share their advice and journeys to success with existing and emerging leaders of America. Now, here's your host, Dylan Bloyd.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Business Leaders of America podcast. Today, I'm joined by Derrick O'Neal, a pioneer in AI-driven education and the founder of TrainingX.AI. Derrick has been building in AI since 2013, long before agentic AI had a name. He brought one of the first agentic-style systems into live classrooms, with Spiral, the study buddy, helping students achieve measurable learning gains and laying the foundation for what he calls reactive, parallelism, continuous AI. Today, Derrick helps organizations turn their internal knowledge into AI systems that amplify human intelligence rather than replace it, training minds to thrive in the age of AI. In this episode, we'll explore how technology is transforming the way we work and learn, the skills leaders and teams need to stay ahead, and Derrick's perspective on platforms like TigerMe, which are reshaping education through AI. Derrick, welcome to the show.
Oh, man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much, and I like to say that was a great intro.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's all you. You made it easy. Yeah. So Derek, you began building an AI in 2013, like we mentioned. So well before it was became mainstream. What did you see early that most people completely missed?
Well, first of all, I'm just a regular guy, regular parent,
Yeah.
first and foremost. What I seen early on is when I was told that, you know, everybody learns the same. One
Mm.
size fits all. And that was my aha moment right there. I said, "Oh no, this can't happen." Because I got twin boys and it's mayhem at my house. You got to do this one this way and this one that way. I had to create something to calm them down pretty much. That's how it started, and that's where the whole journey started with me. Calm these kids down, and then my basketball team, and next thing you know, my whole living room was filled up with kids because of how we approached it. Me and my ex-wife, we started it by giving them different lessons based on the way they learn. That's how it
Yeah.
started
I
in the
love
living
it.
room.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. I also have twin boys. I have 5 children actually. So 3 girls and twin boys. So I it's a circus, man.
You already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know all their personalities. Right now, you know who needs what, when, and how, don't you? Right
Oh,
now.
absolutely. Yes.
It's
Yep.
it's just natural human language. That's what it
Yes.
is.
Yep. Me and my wife laugh about it all the time about how different each one of them are individually. They are just there's some similarities, but I mean, as far as differences, man, it couldn't get any different from each one, from the
Now,
top down to the bottom.
can you imagine, all that? That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. You had to work, go home, and all of a sudden you got to do some more work.
Right.
Can you imagine having something that if the house is quiet, totally quiet? Can you imagine that?
Oh,
And I know, right? You can't
yeah.
imagine that, right? But I'm going ahead of myself. I'm sorry, man.
Right,
I'm
right.
going ahead of myself, but yeah, it's what AI has done is take away the noise.
Right. Yeah, where I wanted to start, Derek, is because a while back you started Spiral, the study buddy. It was introduced into live classrooms. This is extremely interesting to me. So, what surprised you most about how students interacted with agentic, style system? Because it was much different than what they've probably already been doing.
Like we just talked about, it went from mayhem to quiet. And
Mhm.
the first day I walked into the classroom, I walked in with a lot of energy, and I actually, played the role. Hello, world. I'm Spiral.
Huh.
I actually played it out. And,
Yeah.
I'm a big kid at heart, right? And the kids looked at me like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
And they just kept going. And I said, quiet. I had to go into parent mode, right?
Yeah.
And instantly that was a shock and all. And when Mrs. Latrice Rogers, the teacher at the time, she gave me my first opportunity because I want to let you know that I tried to present this to a lot of districts and a lot of parents, and I just got turned away. Yes, I got dyslexia myself. It was very hard for me in school. So that's another passion of mine is that nothing was tailored to me. People that really knew me knew how to really calm me down and give me lessons, take a teacher's lessons way back a long time ago and give it to me in my way because I had to, they find me crying all the time,
Mm.
crying. And it gets emotional sometimes thinking about it. And I never wanted nobody to go through that. So when I got it, so it was easy for me to go into the class and present a system that a teacher can upload in take a PDF of her lesson, and that lesson converts 30 different ways. That was
Mm,
the first time it was done, in my opinion. And all the kids, if you like games, her lesson would come to you in the game. If you
wow.
was an auditory person, her lesson would come to you in that way. So it went from a lot of noise, right? The,
Yeah.
to the very next day when I walked in, I was there for like 7 months.
Right.
It was quiet. And I was like, did they go to lunch or did they go somewhere? And I looked in and everybody's eyes was plugged into their computers and they were happy. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I knew you had to I gave it a name, you know.
Mhm.
What is this that's delivering this information to me? And I called it Spiral. It was a chat bot at the time, but it felt like more like a spot. Every day I would come in and say, "Hello, world. What can I help you with today, world?" I was a character. I came in full, full body uniform and everything, man.
Wow.
So I got that spiral embedded in them, and then all of a sudden the whole school was saying spiral.
Wow. So would it prompt questions for them to kind of tailor it towards what helped them with learning, what worked best for each one individually? How did that work?
Well, prompting, as you say, prompting, that's giving good direction, right?
Yeah.
Well, with my system, it understand. They take assessment. Think
Okay.
about Credit Karma. Think about Credit Karma.
Right.
Put yourself in that space.
Okay.
So they didn't have to. The kid. That's the thing. The kind of questions that was asked to them. Do you like this object or this object? Real simple questions, but scientifically, it was measuring them.
Right.
It understood who they were. Do you like a book or you like audio? You like a game? Yes or no? Those type of questions, very fun, very quick. And the system identified those characteristics and those skills and automatically delivered resources that was tailored to them.
Okay.
So
So program. Yeah.
there was no there was that's the beautiful thing about it. There was no they had to type anything in or anything
Right.
like that. But the lesson was still I'm gonna say this very clearly. The lesson was still in the human's control. She was able to monitor the system. Actually, if they seen a student struggling somewhere, then my system would automatically say, you'll send them a text. I see that you're struggling. Let's give you some more help. It was this continuous loop at the time, and then it will alert the parent,
Mm,
us,
yeah.
the parent, so you would know instantly what was going on. So it was great, man. It was
Yeah.
really, really great.
Man, I feel like we could have a whole conversation about this just because I want to, thinking about did it follow them after this class? Did it, all these questions are running through my mind right now, but I'll get back
You
to
got
what.
5 kids.
Yeah, I
You
know.
got 5
Exactly.
kids. The system just adjusts to all 5 of your kids, man. And you
Yeah.
sit you know what? While we sitting there watching, Imma say the 49ers. Yes, I did.
Oh,
But
that's me.
oh, oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something. While we watching the 49ers, the system, is constantly giving them games based on them, man.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Oh, let's go. That's yes, big Niner fan. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so hard to believe because of the fact that, it's a circus, all the time. And I like to say controlled circus, but it's not. They're the ones controlling the circus. But yeah, absolutely. So you've been working with what's called agentic AI long before the term existed. How do you define it in practical terms for business leaders?
It's like an assistant that keeps going. You don't have to keep instructing it.
Mm,
You just give the instruction. And, we always like a person that can think, forward thinkers.
yeah.
You don't have to be calling me every 5 minutes. What do I have to do? No. Agentic is your personal assistant that don't have to ask you no more questions. It just keeps going for you.
Right.
That's the agentic. That's what it's amazing to me what they call it agentic, but that's what in layman's terms, it's just a system that knows you. At first, it's like I call it a master prompt.
Yeah.
It actually, when you do an interview and I know you, just like you know me. Once I know you, now I know how to adjust in every situation. You don't have to worry about it. You just know it's taken care of. You know it's taken care of.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's constantly learning you over time, right? And then becoming you.
Become. Have you been reading my book?
I need to.
Wow, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, and you're right, and it's amazing how it's working right now, so I'm excited to kinda dig deeper into what you're doing to help with that, so, the concept of super intelligence becoming, between humans and AI is emerging rapidly, of course, but how should leaders approach it without fearing replacement? Because I feel like that's the biggest thing right now is that people are so worried, especially the entry level positions, are getting replaced. What can they do to not have to worry about that?
Very, very easy, folks. This is very easy.
Mm,
One thing that will never be replaced is human intelligence. That would never be replaced. How does AI learn? I don't know if people know that, but AI learns from human intelligence.
yeah.
It has to learn from us constantly. And when you put both together, that's super intelligence. So what I would say is, I'll say it again, AI cannot survive without us. And the world we in today, we can't survive without it. So you have to partner with AI. You have to update your skills to become super intelligent. And that's what it makes us. Because at the end of the day, we say we fear it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what what is it that you fear? Do you fear the unknown? So
Mhm.
it's like you have to start knowing it. And I would just I struggle with that question myself. What do we fear from it?
Right.
I struggle with that. I see a lot of movies where AIs, just go rogue,
Yes.
and just take over, and everything shuts down the grid, the food, the water, and I'm like, okay, that's why you need to learn it so that won't happen. We
Mhm.
need to teach our young generation cybersecurity protections. So we need to learn this so that won't happen.
Mhm. So you think if they remain fearful, then that's gonna be what replaces them because they refuse to adapt to learn with it?
No, what's going to replace them is the people that are not that don't fear it. The people that have the AI skills will replace people that don't.
Right. Yes, exactly. That's what I was getting at, is that I
Yeah,
feel like yeah, you're right,
yeah.
is that people who if they're refusing to adapt and learn it, then it's going to replace them because it's like there's no choice at this point, right? It's gonna help you. It's gonna benefit you.
Yeah, there's a. Let me tell you, I'm gonna go off script for a minute.
Yeah.
I get a little. Sometimes I get angry sometimes because I don't understand why if if you know that I just told you. If you don't know it, that means there's a lot of people, that's a lot of opportunity for people that says, you know what, you giving everybody else over here the opportunity to learn it and take your job. They're gonna come in and take your job. Why would you want that to happen? When
Mhm.
you've been there for 30 years, you got all the experience and you refuse to learn it, what do you think that's gonna happen? And I'm just
Right.
trying to be honest.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think that especially in the workplace, right, is that, all those monotonous things that take up a majority of your time, when you can train it to do it for you, and you can start working and learning new things, yes, you've probably been doing this for 20, 30 years, depending on how long you've been in the workforce. But why wouldn't you want to be like, okay, now I can start learning something new because all this stuff that always took my time, it can do it for me.
That's what I tell people in my class and everybody, because it's super intelligence, right? It takes, it learns from us. So
Yeah.
now the big thing is that, Dylan, you can go ahead and take all this information, logic, all the years of experience, and now you can embed that into an agent.
Hmm.
And you know what? That agent, you can hire, people can hire your agent,
Yeah.
all that experience that you have, and say if you've been in HR for, let's just say 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Now you put that 30 years of knowledge inside of it, and that's called a logic. You embed it inside of a system. You can sell that system to it. You can go right back to that company and say, hey, this is my HR system. So you have all the time in the world while your system, all that knowledge is working while you having a lot of time to yourself and
Yeah.
your family. So you have to know how to engage it one way or another is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, there's your passive income idea, right? It's just if you want to, if you're constantly being the one that has to answer all the questions and being a consultant when you could have something going and doing it for you, look how many more people you could serve.
I built those systems,
Yeah.
and guess what? There's a lot of people that want their likeness. I call it your twin, your
Mhm.
knowledge,
Yeah.
AI, the human intelligence embedded. But there's still, I mean, here's the people that's taking advantage of that opportunity, and they're the ones that's making $100 to $200,000 a month
Yep. Yeah.
off. of a system that has their knowledge in it.
Hmm.
I mean, I mean, it's okay to go sit on the beach. I don't have no problem with time is everything. My time and peace, that's what you want to do. You want to own your own time. That's what makes me happy.
Yes.
Peace. And I want to give that and share that with everybody. And I just gave them a golden teachable moment,
Hmm.
taking your knowledge and absolutely putting it into a system and reselling it back to the place that you're at right now. Because instead of them going out looking for people, guess what? You have a system and they know you, they trust you. So they'll
Right.
test out your system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to dig a little bit deeper in this because you call it, reactive parallelism continuous AI, right? So can you break that down for us and why does it represent a step change from traditional AI tools?
Well, that's a system. That's what they call today agentic. That's what they call today super intelligence, meaning the system reacts
Yeah.
like Credit Karma. It reacts to numbers. Everything is everything in life. You got your health, you got your health numbers. You got everything. You got the food numbers. You got everything is numbers,
Hmm.
numbers based, right? And based on those numbers, it reacts to that and pairs information based on those numbers. So if your scores are low or high, my system, like a la Credit Karma, will deliver information that's based on your scores in a continuous loop. That means it doesn't stop.
Got it.
It continuously finds resources online and offline, react, pair, and connect continuously.
Okay. No, that's great. Yeah. So, through training X AI, it's focused on training. I think you mentioned a million minds, right? What does prompting literacy actually mean? Because that's a big issue, not an issue, but I think that people, that don't understand the prompting tools, right? When they're using ChatGPT or anything like that, and so why is it becoming a core skill for people to get better at using this?
Well, I like to say, that's like asking somebody, why do you have to learn your ABCs?
At this point, you're right. Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
like saying, why just think about that. Why do I have to learn my ABCs?
Hmm.
Because we have to what? Read and write, math, and everything like that, correct?
Yeah.
Same thing with prompting. Same thing with AI literacy. It's about how do you correctly put an input into the system, meaning how do you correctly engage AI, the systems. Everything is systems.
Yeah.
You have to talk uh, this way, a systems prompt, super prompt, a generative AI prompt. There's certain ways that you have to engage the system. And if
Mm.
you just say something like, uh, do my homework.
Yeah.
That's cheating, right?
Yes.
Do my homework. This is a good one for everybody. Do my homework, okay? And the system, if you take a picture of the homework, it most likely will do the homework,
Yeah.
right? But you know what? You can instantly tell. We talked about this already in
Hmm.
regards to notes. You can instantly tell that was not you. So when you understand how to correctly talk to the system, you can engage your critical thinking skills. I want you, I need help in this area. I'm this, I'm that. You properly talk it to engaging it.
Hmm.
So AI prompting literacy is really a matter of understanding how to correctly engage systems.
Right.
Talk to it
Yeah.
in layman's terms.
Right. Exactly. And so you're teaching this to young students at this point, right? So they
All
can.
ages.
What's
All
that?
ages.
Yeah.
I teach it to this is the thing, 99% of people, I would say 100% of people right now, AI is even across the board. I get the famous, "I don't know." I
Hmm.
don't know how to talk to AI.
Right.
Right now I have an adult class that I'm teaching right now, you know, so I teach all ages right now how
Mm.
to correctly engage these tools on the market.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
guess
It's
what? I gotta say it, I'm sorry. I gotta say it because 'cause I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like a light bulb that goes off, man. It's like a light bulb. Once they figure it out, right? I'm talking everyday moms, fathers. Once they get it, then it's like the sky did open up. It's like
Yes.
wow. But they understand you have to. The better they talk to it, the better outcomes they get. I got people right now creating beautiful artwork that moves. You create the art like a commercial that you put in the script on on like an animal, and it's doing a talking for you, the commercial for you.
Hmm.
Like this podcast. I want to line two elephants and a lion talking on a podcast,
Yeah.
and they'd be so amazed. It's all from a prompt,
Yes.
and the system comes live. They
Yeah.
love it. Makes them want to do better and better scripts. It's
Yeah.
nice,
It
beautiful.
yeah, it's like opening a whole new world to somebody, something they've never seen before, and you're right, when I've introduced it to a few people, just as far as, like, for example, ChatGPT, they're just like it's like, "Wow, like, this is insane." Makes your life so much easier instead of trying to put everything together for yourself, and so you're right, it is.
You-
It's like opening a new world to them.
Do you have perplexity?
I don't.
Okay, I need you to get perplexity. I
Oh,
need you to get Claude.
yes.
And I could tell you two reasons why. These are practice tools, right?
Mm,
You
mhm,
always want to cross-reference. One thing I could tell everybody out there right now, folks, another reason why AI needs us, because AI is not all the way honest.
yeah,
When you put in ChatGPT and if you know your industry, you can instantly you'll see it yourself.
mm,
Just like we talked about. You'll say, hey, that's wrong. So you always want to do two things. You always want to threaten it. If you don't get it right, then we can go down a whole conversation about how to engage ChatGPT. But
mhm,
if you tell ChatGPT, get it right, I'm gonna fire you.
right,
Generally, it'll start getting it right. Or you can cross-reference, take that prompt that you just put in, and before you task it and send it over to Claude, which is your other developer. I
mhm,
call it your other assistant,
yeah,
and you have it review it as well. And it will give you both of them. It'll say, "Hey, ChatG," I tell it all the time. They argue all the time.
yes, yes.
I say, "Hey, Claude, ChatGPT said this. He missed this? Did he? They go. It's interesting, but overall, they come up with the right answer for you, and it comes up the proper output. But Perplexity came out with a new feature.
Mm,
Everybody, you could put in a prompt. I want everybody to do this. Go to Perplexity and just type in, what type of show, podcast, and it would create a live podcast. That's new. They embedded that new feature in there, and I think it's very great that your words can come live. I think that's the aha moment.
right. Yeah, you're absolutely
And
right, and yeah, so you're totally right on that because ChatGPT or any tool you're using is always seems to be like your biggest cheerleader, especially initially. When you first do the first prompt, it's just like, oh, that's a great idea. Or, even if it's not a great idea, you literally have to tell it, like, do you believe this is a great idea? Don't lie to me. Be completely honest. Compare me to, if we're talking about podcasts, compare me to the best podcast in the world. How am I doing? And don't sugarcoat it. Give me the real details. And then at that point, then it really kind of dials back a little bit, right?
absolutely. Have you put okay in your dashboard? You can put all those rules in
Mm.
there.
Hmm.
When you go to your dashboard, you click all the way down. You click your name, and it'll open up another dashboard, and you scroll down to personalization,
Yeah.
and it's called a logic. And you could put everything that's where you put all the rules that they have to follow. ChatGPT, your rules, don't lie to me, and everything that you wanted to do. That's your logic,
Yes.
right? Here's another one, folks. Parent control.
Mm.
Same dashboard, 5 kids, same dashboard, and you can go in and you can put a logic in for the kids. Hey, because they're pretty much on your plan, parent
Right.
control.
Yes.
And for homework, do not let them just ask a question this way. You can actually train it that they have to engage the system. A
Mhm.
lot of people don't understand and don't talk about the setup. If they do have parent control to stop cheating.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I actually talked to a couple deans of business schools, some big universities, and they actually talked about it. They're like, we're never going to get rid of it. So we need to teach them how to utilize it. Right. But just state that you are utilizing it.
That's it. You know,
Yes.
I could tell you this: the 19th century and the 21st century, they don't go together.
Hmm.
So we have to adjust our systems, like I just said, our controls. Systems that will make you challenge yourself even more. In my opinion, the AI system, if done correctly, it teaches them better than the 19th century because, like I said, I've been teaching for the last 4 years, and you'd be amazed. I do the after school program, artificial intelligence, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, job readiness. And I'm just angry at the system,
Yeah.
right? But this system over here really it challenges all your skills to get the best outcomes,
Hmm.
to get the best paper, to get the best to get understand everything in life, to get that engineer job because it's just I mean, if you learn how to really we this is the best time in the world for us.
Yeah.
This is the gold rush.
Yes.
This is it for everybody. Everybody out there, I don't care what age you are, you got intelligence. I just told you about that,
Hmm.
right? You could be your system could go on forever. You got teachers, you got, okay, I want you to engage AI like this. Tell me what did you do? So
Hmm.
now they have to come in and show you what the system. You have to just change the system, man. Why don't we change the system, folks?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Anyone who's listening, if you want to learn more and understand all these different intricacies of artificial intelligence, you guys have to make sure you're reaching out to Derrick because he is already teaching a lot of people, right? You've been in it for a long time, so please make sure you guys are checking that out. I do want to ask you though, Derrick, because where do you see AI evolving in the next 3 to 5 years, or just let's just say in the near future, because since 3 to 5 years feels like an eternity from now with how fast AI is advancing. But specifically, how do people work, day to day? How do you see that evolving for them?
Everybody in the next 3 years, I believe every system on the planet will have some sort of AI embedded in it.
Yeah.
Right now, today, right now on Zoom, what do we have embedded in it? AI.
Hmm.
Google, AI. Every system will have AI. It's like the new phone.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand how to use the phone, well, I didn't understand how to use smartphone. I'm showing my age right now, but you have to adapt in the
Yeah.
next. If you don't adapt to it, um, unfortunately, there are some people that I know that haven't adapted to systems.
Hmm.
Right now, my grandmother.
Yep.
I get it. you know, there will be some people that won't adapt, but 99% of people will have to adapt to artificial intelligence. Period.
Mhm. Yeah, whether you want to or not,
Whether you
you're
want to.
absolutely right. And, it's like when the credit card system came out, and all those different issues, it's like, where's my money going? Right?
I mean, you know, I didn't want to use a smartphone until my
Yeah.
son said, they said, "Pop, what are you still using that flip phone for? Everybody's on smartphones." I
Yeah.
said, I didn't want to do it. I was set in my ways, man.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do social media. You got to get on Facebook. What's a Facebook? It was
Yeah.
called Facebook. Showing my age again. Still Facebook. But once I'm gonna tell you, once I got a taste of artificial, a super. It's called at the time. It's called personalized learning, machine learning with
Hmm.
AI. That's what it was called back. AI wasn't, the front runner back then.
Right.
The system constantly learns you and adapted to you.
Yes.
Once I seen that, man,
You ran with it. You
I I ran with it, but I had so many doors closed in my face.
Mm,
It was been a hard journey, and I was telling you, I'm just excited finally that I'm able to teach people how to really utilize artificial intelligence. That's my purpose and my mission.
yeah, exactly. And it's vital, in this day and age, and it's only going to be continue to be more vital. So I'm glad that you're doing it. It's amazing. Derek, I did want to shift gears a little bit because you recently connected with the founder of TigerMe, explored the vision behind the platform. I'm also a part of the company. And, for those who are unfamiliar, TigerMe is an AI powered college admissions platform that provides students and families with personalized, data driven roadmaps for navigating the college journey, right? So essentially, it's like having the most powerful admissions counselor in your pocket. But I'm curious, Derek, with someone who is deeply rooted in the AI world, what immediately stood out to you about the platform and its potential?
Well, first of all, Jack is me. Jack is me. I'm him. It's like
Yeah.
we just. I love that guy. Okay, I say it to the world. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, when I started talking to him, it was like we were twins.
Mm,
And I said, you know what, man? You are the piece that I'm missing, and I'm the piece that you're missing.
yeah.
And if we come together, because I love his thought process. We just have the same process, and I love that. You know, um, College. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the other section
Yeah.
in the college section, and you put them together and you cover all sections. We got it all. We got all bases covered. I love the fact that, counselors would have a tool that they could identify tiger mean. They could look at it and it's a helper. It's something that a student can, a parent, like I said, those words, I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah.
And it goes from I don't know to I know. I can't to I can.
Mm,
Tiger Me does that. It takes it from I can't to I can. I don't know this. I don't know. No more.
yeah.
Tiger Me does that.
Yeah.
I
You're
love
absolutely.
I love it. I know I can't keep I know I'm excited when I talk about the guy, right? Talk about the future and talk about the relationship, but I'll calm my excitement.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, because I also see it, and it's the fact that you're giving the students this opportunity to learn more, how they can get into the school of their dreams. It was never there, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
y- and like you said, sometimes it's not for everybody, but the fact that it's evolving and it's going to give, it's like I said, it's like a guidance counselor in your pocket. Eventually, whether it's different routes that you want to take, whether it's college or not, I mean, it's just the idea behind it is incredible, and I'm excited for more people to learn about. I'm glad you're on board now as well because you guys coming together. I've known Jack for a while now, and I feel like you guys are very similar.
Oh, we hey, look. I just like I said, he's me, I'm him.
Hmm.
It's like, in this world today, you have to pull resources together, right? And what they call it in the tech world is called API.
Mm,
That means if you have something over here, or you see the big companies, they acquire companies instead of building the system themselves, they acquire it, right? Or
right.
they plug in. And, I could plug into him, he could plug into me,
Yeah.
and everybody they have everything that they need. And guess what? We are part of the system, the solution to the major problem out there. You know what that is? I don't know.
Yes. You're
I don't
absolutely
know.
right.
I don't know what school to I don't know what class to go to. I don't know. We
Yeah.
take I don't know out the equation.
Yep. No matter what path you want to take, right?
That's my that's my point exactly. That's why I'm so excited to be working with you guys, and I think it's a lovely thing. My years of technical experience, my understanding of the market,
Hmm.
right? The understanding, proof that I understand it, and to be able to align with like-minded individuals that
That's it.
get it, you
That's
know,
it.
and
Yes.
we can really help a lot of people. The
Hmm.
mission is 1,000,000 to 2,000,000 people. We have to protect ourselves, folks.
Hmm.
We have to. We if we don't, we become a third world country because we look up and all of a sudden our lights are off. We look up. I know I don't want to scare nobody, but I have to.
Yeah.
Our water supplies is gone. You know why? Because somebody didn't got into the system and that undid the systems, but we didn't have nobody to protect us.
Hmm.
So we have to have, continued evolution of our talent, our literacy. We have to be able to do this, or we in trouble, folks. I know I have to say it. I have to stand on that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why, and I get it because I couldn't. Sometimes they say they might not see it, right? I could
Hmm.
see Tiger in me.
Yeah.
I could see Training X. I could see us. Some people may say I can't see it. I still can't see. I retired from Chevron driving tanker trucks, right?
Hmm.
A little bit of my history, but I still can't see to this day. I can't see me sitting and letting a big truck drive itself, and me over there with no. I can't, even though that's the world,
Yes.
you know, driverless cars. Have you been? Hey, Dylan, have you been in a driver? Have you been in? Have you?
Yes.
What was that experience?
Man, it feels wrong. It's just like you're not in control, and it's like it's hard to get behind.
Right?
Yeah.
So some people will get it faster than others,
Right.
but hopefully we can grab millions of people to understand what we are bringing to the market.
Right.
And it's really about helping people
Hmm.
to get out of the I don't know state. I know I keep saying it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bringing it full circle, and you're doing the right thing. You're already on a great path, to helping millions of people, and so, Derek, this has been amazing. Really enjoyed speaking with you today. I did want to ask how, listeners can connect with you, learn more about your work and start implementing AI systems in their organizations. I know you talked about a little bit in the green room about, it'll be a couple weeks before your system is out, but you want to talk about a little bit about that and how they can connect with you?
Well, they can connect with me on LinkedIn for now. Right now, it's really top secret.
Yeah.
And I really, when it's time, your listeners will have an opportunity to beta test.
Okay.
And I will send you the link for your listeners, and they will be able to make the system even better. So they can link up with me on LinkedIn at Derrick O'Neal, TrainingX.AI, and that's where they can find me on LinkedIn. You could put the link in I don't know how you do that.
Yeah. In the
Just
show
put a
notes.
link
Yep.
in there. But I'm really grateful for the opportunity that you brought me on today. I would like to just say this. My last parting words is that it's been a long time to get to this point to even um, get the word out, and I'm hoping that your listeners really, take this seriously. Um, they can always connect with me and Jack. I love teaching all ages artificial intelligence. They can reach out to me. I'm just available.
Yeah. No, amazing. Yeah, I'll make sure those are in the show notes, make it a little bit easier, accessible for the listeners. And again, like I said earlier, please make sure you guys are reaching out to Derek. You guys can learn a ton, and it's imperative that we're learning constantly right now. So, Derek, I do appreciate you joining me today. Spending time with me and the listeners.
I really appreciate you having me today, and go Niners.
Yes, sir. Go Niners.
All right, buddy.